Hey all, hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and you are tuned in to Kingdom Things podcast with me, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. I'm also the Jewish culture widely awaited Mashiach. Full circle moment, alert, alert. So are you, so are we. Why Ashley? What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are all frequential patterns, dimensions, simultaneously the wholeness of all things, of infinite creation, of Shekinah, of the holy white light, creator energy, of the Most High, of the oneness of all things. Having a human experience in order to grow and evolve all things. I utilize my spiritual gifts, my extrasensory perception, psychic abilities, multidimensionality, to channel energies and messages from the energies of the infinite sea or the oneness of all things, to share my divine wisdoms or chakma, my intuitive knowledge or bina within the podcast, publish my divine wisdoms, intuitive knowledge within the podcast, to assist us right now, humanity, the human culture, planet Earth, all of God's creation truly, as we awaken in mass to the remembrance that we are dimensions of the oneness of all things, of the Most High. I'm excited. There are many different forms many different ways that I publish Kingdom Things podcast. You have the amalgamated audio style. The amalgamated audio style, I'm living my life and my soul's like, hey, record this for the podcast. So I'll hit up my voice memos and record different downloads and messages. Nonetheless, all of it's channeled. All the content in Kingdom Things podcast is channeled. So you have the audio amalgamated style, which is all audio. And then you have the lecture style where I'm sitting in front of the camera and I'm being channeled through. By the way, follow Kingdom Things podcast on Twitch, because a lot of the times when I do lecture style, I go live on Twitch and I do a lecture, have ancestral forces channeled through me to deliver messages, healing energies, wisdoms, to assist us at this time of the mass awakening of the human consciousness. So we have lecture style, we have audio amalgamated, and then we have a few other styles, and then we have meetups, Kingdom Things podcast meetups, where I transcendentally channel ancestral forces, other dimensions of the oneness of all things. Transcendentally channeling, I sit back, I close my eyes, and I allow the energies of our ancestral forces to integrate within myself, and I move my personality out the way as much as need be. Whenever I channel a being, space, or reality, it's when I need to channel it. Because when I first started channeling, and I still pray for this, I still ask for this. Let the channel, let the message, let the creation be what it needs to be. But the divine, with the oneness of all things, needs for it to be, for universal alignment, for the upliftment and balance of all things, for whoever needs to experience. Let it be what it needs to be. So the divine's like, hey, Ashley, whenever I have you channel something, it's because I need your evolutionary status or your consciousness acceptance of yourself or the way you are in that moment. I need this dimension of yourself to be a part of the co-creation, to get the message across or get the wisdoms or energies channeled that I need produced to help grow and evolve all things. That's the same thing for your reality. Everywhere that you show up is a necessity for the evolution of the makings of yourself. So transcendentally channel, I sit back, I close my eyes, I relax, and I try to move out the way. I move out the way, as much as it is destined for me to allow for energies and messages to speak through myself. The Kingdom Things podcast meetups are transcendental style. So we're channeling today. You saw the title. I don't really know the title yet, but I know it's the worthiness wound that humanity has been condemned by. The worthiness wound meaning feeling in a severe lack, feeling like we're not worthy of divine presence, less known worthy of the remembrance that we are divine presence. We've never been separate from divine presence. So I know the worthiness wound, I know we're channeling about this today. We're channeling Moses, biblical proportion, a biblical text. We're channeling Thoth the Atlantean, our ancient predecessor from many dimensions of the makers of us. We're channeling Jesus Christ, or Rabbi Yeshua, most commonly known as Jesus Christ, as well as we're channeling the Galactic Federation of Light. Now, I've channeled Moses, Jesus, and Thoth the Atlantean before within Kingdom Things podcast. The episode's titled Top 5, and it's linked below in the reference content. So we're bringing it, coming back, we're doing it again, moving forward in this present now moment, and we have the Galactic Federation as well, presenting their energy and presence in this transmission. I'm excited. This is a holy, sacred moment. We're all waking up and remembering in the masses. We've woken up. I'll just say we've woken up. I'll speak it to the now. We've woken up to the remembrance that we've awakened to the remembrance that we are divine presence. It's so powerful. Like, who knew? Like, I mean, a lot of people know, and we know different ways, because, we're always where we're supposed to be. When we're there, our consciousness evolutionary status, which is our consciousness is a direct correlation to the way we perceive ourselves in reality. Everyone's consciousness evolutionary status is where it's supposed to be when it is to contribute towards the evolution of all things. So there are a lot of dimensions and realms within planet Earth that are widely aware of, creation, the abundance of it, that is infinite. And these dimensions learn and grow all the time. Just like we're awakening and we're learning and growing. This is the experience or reality or infinite creation or God or existence being the I am. I wasn't always so remembered. And my expedient spiritual awakening journey is cataloged in Kingdom Things podcast. Because the divine presence that I am, that we are, we're like, hey, Ashley, if you want this life that I seated in your heart space, you have to become everything I created you to be. Started following my internal guidance, my intuitive guidance, which I've done most of my life, But our internal guidance is varied. It depends what energy we're tuned into, which will subsequently equates to how we translate the guidance or the messages, which is again all a part of evolution, a part of us playing our roles, the dimensions that are we within reality to allow for growth and evolution. So I cataloged my rapid spiritual awakening within Kingdom Things podcast, and it was one of the divine mandates over my life. The divine God inside, oneness of all things. Hey, Ashley, start Kingdom Things podcast. And that's where I got my spiritual inheritance, remembrance of who I am, or who I'm created to be. The biblically prophesied Messiah, Mashiach, leader of the 144,000, leading family. A dimension of the leading family of the 144,000. It's an energetic thing. We heal ourselves, we grow ourselves, expand our consciousness to help grow and evolve human consciousness, so that we all, as the oneness that we are, grow into more of our limitless potentials, limitless nature. So this revelation that I received is in the Kingdom Things podcast installments titled 144 Part 1, 144 Part 2. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast call to action. Sit with yourself at least 1 hour a day, every day. Ask yourself, hey soul self, hey limitless potentials, what do I need to know to become consciously aware of more of my limitless potentials? Because I've always been a part of this mass awakening of human consciousness. I've always been a beautiful vibrant dimension of the oneness of all things. I've always been limitless potentials. I'm just shifting in conscious awareness to contribute to the oneness of all things, to play my role called existence, to evolve, to grow, to become more. What do I need to know to get into a greater alignment with the conscious awareness of my limitless potential that I've always been? Wait for the answers because they will come. I channeled within Frequential Patterning Part 1, Kingdom Things Podcast. There are infinite number of ways to perceive the infinite number of energies that exist within reality. So however you perceive reality, however your extrasensory perception, psychic abilities, multidimensionality presents to you, it is valid because it is your experience. Love on yourself, accept yourself, and whatever help, assistance you feel like you need, you get that. You get this. I pray ease, grace, wellness over your whole ancestral lineages. In this process of becoming more, the remembrance that we've always been all things, simultaneously allowing ourselves to play this game called form, called the illusion of finite, called being a human being of planet Earth within a realm or on a planet, and being grateful for the evolution, the growth, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, that we perceive within ourselves, within the world, to encourage more growth for the upliftment and wellness of all things. I'm going to sit back. This is going to be panel style. This is going to be panel style. So, Thoth the Atlantean, Galactic Federation, Moses, as well as Jesus Christ, or Rabbi Yeshua, are going to speak through myself, and they will let themselves be known when they begin to speak. I just wanted to share a bit about myself, because a part of, who we are is to share our authenticity, to encourage more authenticity within ourselves, to pour love into ourselves. And since we are all one, as we pour love into ourselves or share ourselves, we pour love into each other to uplift all things. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. I channel from the oneness of all things, the Most High, Shekinah, love, unconditional love. By the year 2033, we will be in the masses, human culture of planet Earth will be in the consciousness, evolutionary status, spiritual activation status, genome, DNA activation status, to understand that we are a human culture of planet Earth with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty. As disease, death, war, famine, poverty were all manifestations of our gestational phase of forgetting or resonating within, falling into a vibrational rung of energies, of dense energies that had thought patterns that said we weren't worthy to be one with God, that had thought patterns that said that we were alone in reality, that had thought patterns that said that we were finite. We are now awakening, raising in vibration to evolve this rung of energies into no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace. Because we are worthy. And because we always intended to do this. Which brings me to the human dharmic purpose. I channeled, it is biblical. The human being of planet Earth is created, was created, are created to be limitless potentials in the tangible, or limitless potentials with the illusion of finite. The divine wants to see, what do we create? What do we form? What do we evolve into? What does our culture look like? What does our food taste like? Right? What planets are we going to call on? What colonies are we going to create? Interplanetary colonies. Because I channeled, I'll link it below. That's a part of the prophecy, interplanetary colonization. Because when a colony, we're one of infinite colonies. I want to say that we're one of infinite colonies that have graduated beings, colonies, meaning the Galactic Federation. They speak with me. When they speak with me, the lingo is colony. Species of beings within galactic creation that are in firmaments or gestational phases where they feel like they're separate from creation. They're like ours, we're coming out of this gestational phase. There are infinite colonies like this, and we're awakening and graduating into the infinite being club. Now there are infinite beings and infinite beings in this club where we awaken and we join forces with our divine presence or our DNA gets activated, our consciousness gets expanded, and we remember that we're dimensions of a grand creation, which we most commonly term as God or the divine. The divine wants to see, the oneness of all things wants to see, what do we create as we awaken? We were created to be the mastery of unconditional love, or the remembrance that everything in our reality is a projection of the energies in which we are. To be inquisitive about ourselves or our reality. Ourselves and our reality are one. Ask ourselves, hey, soul, limitless potentials on the inside. This is in my reality. What is this supposed to teach me about myself? And wait for the answers, the divine wisdoms, the chakma, to grow and evolve yourself. And when you grow and evolve yourself, you emit the energies of this evolution, which manifests quantumly evolution in our reality. Quantum shifts in our reality. We were created to be the stark mastery of unconditional love and compassion. Have compassion with yourselves and every other person, every other being, as we all awaken and evolve into the remembrance that we're more. The remembrance in which is we are more. I'm going to go ahead and sit back. Thank you ahead of time, Galactic Federation, Moses, Rabbi Yeshua, Jesus Christ, as well as Thoth the Atlantean. Thank you, Ashley, for allowing us in. We are commencing the meeting today. Galactic Federation at the helms of the ship that is Ashley. Thank you, Ashley, for your work on the planet. Understand every human being, regardless of your conscious status of self, regardless of your evolutionary growth of self, regardless of who and what you believe you are, you have been a part of this grand orchestration since the beginning and before space and time. All you have to do is reach inside of yourself, calibrate your energy, calibrate your wisdoms in which you already come in innately. In which you already come innately. Ashley is finding the diction. Equipped with. You naturally come equipped with your divine wisdoms that are stowed inside of your heart space, your soul, your DNA, every molecule of your beingness. Meditation, prayer, time outside, joy, happiness will unlock these codes of the divine wisdoms in which you are. And once you unlock these codes, you will rise in consciousness awareness of the dimensions of yourself that operate in dimensions of reality that you once believed were science fiction or fairy tale or make-believe. You're more than science fiction, you're more than fairy tale, you're more than make-believe. You are real, really limitless, really infinite. The grammar is off, but it is punctually acceptable in this moment, as you are the impossible made possible. We are a legion of light beings. We are a legion of light creatures. We are a legion of light extraterrestrials. We are a legion of light multidimensional beings. We are a legion of light energies. We are a legion of light galaxies. We are a legion of light universes. We are a legion of light spheres of creation. We are a legion of light. Vastness of unquantifiable measures due to your syntax of understandings. We are the Galactic Federation of Light. We serve to assist with the evolution of all of creation, of the infinite expression of existence. You, humanity, have a rigid understanding of yourself because of the rigidity of the energies within your beingness, within your vessel, within your realm. We, the Galactic Federation of Light, are assisting with the loosening of the quickening of the molecular structure of your beingness, of the energies of your realm, to assist with raising your consciousness, humanity, at a rapid speed, in a way that not only will you meet the Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 prophecy of no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, due to the you will meet your prophecy that has been awaited for millennia. It is an ancient, archaic prophecy of the awakening, the illumination of the soul of the human, of creation, not just planet Earth, to allow for the illumination of creation in a way that is new, a new experience for all of creation, all of infinite creation, all of God. You will also meet prophecies that will be shared with Ashley and be expounded upon at later dates and times to share with the planet. You will also meet the prophecies of extending your beingness, your colony, your culture to other planets, realms, spaces within creation, within galactic creation to start. We will further your expansion through the evolution of your culture, your humanity. As you continue to remember your existence is benevolent and there's nothing to fear. We want to let you know that all beings of creation do not look like you. They don't look like you. They're creatures that the fear that you hold for mythical creatures, understand the mythical creatures and any other story you've ever encountered about anything was and is a dimension of creation that was shared with you through your consciousness or your imagination, because this is how creation works. You are conduits of energy, thought, knowledge, wisdoms, creative flow that ping energies or the wisdom's creative flow throughout creation to allow for evolution. The ghouls and goblins and monsters and demons and angels, put them to rest. Allow yourselves to create new understandings of who you are, who creation is. And do so with a whimsical, optimistic disposition. As you are love. You were created to remember that every dimension of reality is love. Thank you, Ashley. Your forefather Moses speaking. I feel welcomed. I pray that I am welcomed into the hearts of humanity and to the hearts of America, Americans. the Muslim culture that has been demonized in America due to 9/11 and other grievances, Al-Qaeda. Ashley isn't sure if she can recall the name of the group that has been occupying Israel, the Middle East. Hamas. She will put the name below. My people. No frustration to you, Ashley. No frustration to my people. Are there grievances that I want to voice? Yes. But I want to practice a heightened wisdom that I have attained and have grown and evolved into simultaneously. What the fuck are y'all doing? Why are you killing yourselves, each other? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Slaying each other? Feuding with each other? Burning down our homes? Creating grievance in our children's hearts? It might be best that I'm not in a vessel right now. In a way that I'm universally qualified to present myself as. I'm here, believe it. But I will respect our Creator's intentions and guidelines for how our Creator wants to operate through this shift of the human consciousness. What are you doing? Taking me back to old Egypt. We will I'm having an internal dialogue in Ashley's inner space. Part of me is no, they'll understand that how they're operating is not right, is not righteous, is not for the betterment of our people. Our children going to bed hungry, our children walking through streets of rubble, our children fearing for their lives, our children witnessing heinous crimes. We don't get to resolution. We do not get to resolution, long-term resolution, pointing fingers, blaming, shaming, guilting, resenting others. Thank you, Ashley. And this is why I ran around the deserts of Egypt, Africa. I was in Asia. Mongolia, to be specific, to my attempts to enlighten our people, to awaken our people. That's where I was guided. Many of the same paths, subsequently, the same, many of the sojourns Rabbi Yeshua, Jesus Christ, my brother, was guided on. Many paths that my brother walked, I walked before my brother, Jesus Christ, Rabbi Yeshua, to bring this time. To bring my people home. I had a mission. I had a job. I had one job. To bring my people home. And I've done it through Ashley. We've done it through Ashley. She's dedicated the last 5 years of her life, unconsciously and consciously, to bringing our people home, to heightened consciousness, remembrance that we're all one in the divine. Ashley understands the delicate nature of the tongue. Ashley does not want to take away anyone's power, to understand that they are the power. We were speaking with Ashley, hey, we're going to talk about you in this transmission. She was like, keep it light. Keep it light. Let them know that they are the power. Keep it light. Let you know that you are your power. You are your Messiah. God is inside of you. You are God. There's no dimension of you that is not one with the divine. Everything is the divine. Every energy in the scape of existence is the divine. Scalar energy, quantum energies are the divine. You are the divine. You know this in your sciences. Dive into your hearts and remember in your hearts that you are the divine. Thank you, Ashley. I'm coming in as Tahuti this evening. Ashley knows my energy very well. She has yet to formally channel Tahuti. She knows my energy and the expression as Thoth the Atlantean. Different incarnation, same energy, Tahuti, Egyptian, priest, king, magician. Whoa. Ashley is receiving an understanding that she will share. She has been grappling with in her inner space. You've all been grappling with in your inner space, subconsciously and consciously. Thoth the Atlantean and Tahuti, we are one in two incarnations. We met each other in Egypt. And there was strife. There has been strife. And this is a repercussion of the darkness that riddled, drowned divine creation or limitless potentials. The uneasiness with self. The uneasiness with the remembrance that there are 0 degrees of separation from every dimension of the self. Your arch enemy, your arch nemesis, that is you in a different dimension. Anyone that can trigger an energetic reaction within you is you in a different dimension. Showing you a part of yourself, appearing to show you the magic in which you are. But we would feel these energies on the inside, on the internal, and project them as pain, hurt, resentment, sadness, fury, anger, rage. We share this so that you understand yourselves and understand this experience in which we are walking through together collectively of awakening to the remembrance that we are one. Ashley has channeled. She will link it below. You're futile, feuding, destitute culture that created, satiated, absorbed, recreated, proliferated, looped in a circular pattern of death, disease, destitution, war, famine, poverty. Is my classroom. Tahuti, Thoth the Atlantean. How was it my classroom? Because I created it so. Created it to be so. Did I intend to create this classroom? No. My actions, deeds, intentions, awareness, consciousness, evolution, accumulated an energy, amalgamated an energy when expressed in this dimension of reality, when expressed in creation, created your existence, assisted towards the procreation of your existence, your reality. So I call it my classroom. I am sorry. The babies, the children, the men and women who have scars, trauma, pain, within their Akashic record, their soul books, due to my expression and creation. Ashley has this fear of her expression and creation causing pain, trauma, heartache that's recorded to the soul. You all have this subconscious or conscious fear of being big, being the grandiose nature, presence, accumulation of energies, evolution, beingness in which you are. So you hide in your suburbs. You hide in your offices. You hide in your bank accounts. You hide in your vacations. You hide on your road trips. You hide on your shopping sprees. You hide in the spa. You hide in the movie theaters. You hide in the restaurants. You hide in your reality of limitation, extreme limitation, when every human has the capability to pull back the folds of space and time, to walk into, sojourn into different dimensions of the self or reality, to walk on Mars, to create open contact, to create cures for terminal illnesses and diseases, to end famine of your population of your planet, to make war antiquated, old tales that you share, to laugh about who you were, to reflect upon who you were and understand who you were. We're children in the sandbox. As you stand within the dunes, within the valleys of grand creation, of your magical presence, of your multidimensionality. Thank you, Ashley. Jesus speaking. I asked Ashley to reintroduce me to the planet as Rabbi Yeshua. I would like her to speak in the accent still. I asked Ashley to reintroduce me into the world as Rabbi Yeshua. And I've also asked Ashley to introduce me as Jesus Christ in this channeling, as much of the world knows me as Jesus Christ. Ashley has become and is becoming more accepting to her multidimensionality, to the fact that everything dwells within her vessel, that she is one with all of the universes, that she is one with all of the things of creation. When I asked her to introduce me as Jesus Christ, her consciousness perceives a white male with blue eyes, so she spoke in a way that would be more reflective of a white male with blue eyes. I said, no, Ashley, I still want you to use my accent. The accent in which you use to establish the understanding that I am not a white man. I do not have blue eyes or blonde golden hair. This makes me no less of who I am. This makes my story less, that this does not make me not being a white male with blue eyes and blonde golden hair does not repudiate the understanding that my story is mine. What I've contributed to human culture is my contribution. It's my energetic embodiment. It's my frequential offering to the evolution of humanity, to the evolution of all things, to the evolution of Shekinah Elohim. As Ashley channels, she perceives other dimensions of reality, including her twin flame pipe down. She is working now. The work that you refuse to do to fit into this world. Pipe down. Welcome home, humanity. All is within every human. Schizophrenia, bipolar, these are nonsense. These are make-believe diseases. These are lies fed to the masses to make you afraid, to keep you afraid of your truth. Your sciences know what's up. Multidimensionality. Your governments Your elite, your psychopathic elite of your planet know what the depths of spirituality. You can open your YouTubes, your internets, and search esoteric wisdoms and knowledge to understand that all lies within you. And we need you to. We need you to remember you're human. As your soul is awakening, your heart's awakening, we need your mind to awaken as well. Feed your minds the remembrance of your multidimensionality. Feed your human the normalcy of being all things, of being the universes, of being multidimensional, of being vibrant energies, of being all things. To allow for balance in your beingness. To allow for your soul to meld with your human to be divine humans. Galactic humans. The understanding that you are home. As our governments of the planet declassify documents continuously, again, to remember you to your galactic citizenship. We need you to listen and don't write it off. Why, Ashley? Because you are being remembered to play your roles as galactic citizens, as a colony, a galactic creation. You have a role to play. You have responsibilities to exist in creation. The responsibility to be who you were created to be. The responsibility to be authentic to your nature that's in your soul. The frequency in which is your beingness within your heart space. Heart space is. You have a duty to be true to yourself. Your inner children are crying, come home, remember who we are. Your inner children, remember who you were created to be. You have a duty to meet your inner child internally. To activate remembrance that you are all things. Thank you, Ashley. I want to thank you for joining this King of Things podcast transmission. I know that there will be soul activating energies, messages, transmissions, energy transmissions to assist you on your own journey of evolution and growth. And during this time of the mass awakening, the experience abundant channeling, you allowing the Galactic Federation, Moses, Jesus Christ, Rabbi Yeshua, Tahuti, to utilize my vessel, to present in this reality, to express in this reality, to speak to humanity in this reality, an abundant experience. Very soul opening, soul cleansing for myself, to purge energies, to unlock doors of wisdom within myself. I cried when the camera cut. I cried because it was just an internal wound, like a part of me that was so broken that I was calcified, and I just allowed myself to cry. And Rabbi Yeshua, the ancestral forces, Tahuti, Galactic Federation, Moses were like, we're sorry that your story, you're supposed to, you've helped manifest heaven on earth. You're supposed to be in jubilation. Like, we're sorry that your story is playing out the way it's playing. Like, we're sorry that you still feel burdened and not just in wish fulfillment and just in bliss and happiness. We're sorry. My twin flame is hiding in the darkness. So, like, I'm really not supposed to be doing this mission work by myself. But he's hiding in the darkness because he made home there. He forgot. He was extremely amnesiac. But what did we channel earlier? We're always where we're supposed to be when we're there to grow and evolve all things. They were like, we're sorry that, like, on the same hands, like, we're sorry. That doesn't negate the fact that what you're feeling is real. You know, we're sorry that it played out like this. And I allow myself to feel it and cry, you know. It's important. No matter all the beautiful wisdoms and divine, limitless potential wisdoms, baby, consciousness expanded wisdoms you garner and perceive inside yourself, allow yourself to cry and feel the energies. I had to speak to myself like, hey, soul, allow me to feel this, please. Don't let me reason my way out of why I shouldn't feel these emotions. Self, allow me to cry, please. Then afterwards, then let me get the wisdoms, you know, because we can make up excuses. Oh, we're always, you know, we can make up the excuses. We're always where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there. Evolution is perfect and grand in every way that it happens. We gotta allow ourselves to feel our emotions. It's so important. Our sentience is our power. It's such a beautiful thing to be sentient, to be able to feel. It's very powerful. I thought I'd be candid. I didn't know how to close this out. I could have got back into script and just, you know, said my script. And we're going to get into the script. You better believe it. We're going to get into the script, right? I got some things to tell y'all about. But I wanted to be candid and honest. When I first started channeling, I actually channeled the Pleiadians on camera. The first time I channeled transcendentally, it was the Pleiadians. I was following my intuition and I started the podcast, right? I started the podcast. I was following my intuition. I hadn't channeled transcendentally on camera yet at all. I hadn't channeled transcendentally on camera. I got messages from my soul space. Hey, when you get back to the house, I was like doing something and like running errands. My heart space was like, hey, when you get back home, just sit in front of your camera and turn it on and close your eyes. And I did. And I started speaking from my heart space, and it was the Pleiadians, and I just cried. The Pleiadians are a star being race, an extraterrestrial race of beings. They're actually one of the seeders of our DNA, of the makings of us. And I'll channel some channelings that I've channeled from Pleiadians below. In the description, reference Kingdom Things episodes. I sat in front of the camera and I cried, and then I actually the next day I actually formally channeled the Pleiadians on camera, and I feel like that was my first. The Pleiadians and Jesus in that episode. I'm gonna link it below. I'll link just that one below. I formally channeled Jesus and the Pleiadians, and I was super stiff and what is it called? Dense. And they were like, Ashley doesn't like talking about herself, but she's gonna have to get over it because the role, like who she was created to be, that's what she's created to tell her story, as we all are. Because when we speak our story, we come into greater embodiments of our authentic frequency. Because we're telling our truth. So we become more of our truths, because we're infinite. So I wanted to be candid, and because I know when I speak my truth, I become more myself. So I'm encouraging, everyone else who experiences this to be more of their authentic, limitless potentials. Allow yourself to feel your emotions. Allow yourself to cry. Pray for peace, and set the intentions for peace in a way that when you feel your emotions, you don't hurt yourself or others, you know. Set the intention that you don't hurt yourself or others. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning into this Kingdom Things podcast meetup. Thank you, Ancestral Forces Galactic Federation, Moses, Tahuti, for Thoth the Atlantean, Jesus Christ, the Rabbi Yeshua, for your presence, for your energy, for your help, for your joy, for your wisdom, for your anger, for your healing energies, everywhere that you've shown up in this transmission to help grow and evolve humanity into remembrance. Again, my name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I not only channel my healing energies and messages within Kingdom Things podcast, I'm also a singer-songwriter. My music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream on YouTube. It's linked below. A lot of genres, a lot of energies, a lot of lyrics. I actually convene with the spirit, with myself. My internal space, the oneness of all things. And I, set intentions, or I'm guided, hey, we're going to heal this. Let's put it into a song. And I convene with my inner space, channel into the music. I'm actually working on an album, A Story Worth Telling, and I've actually recorded the production sessions. Most of the production sessions I've recorded, and you can actually go watch my process of creating music on the channel Ashley-Nicole Music. A lot of genres, again, I sing a lot of genres. I hope there's energies and messages and songs and wisdoms and healing energies to help you evolve into more of your limitless potentials. Have bouts of satori, or spontaneous remembrance that you are magnificent and one with all things. I'm also a home chef. My cooking channel, Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, is available to stream on YouTube. I say that because I use I did the face because I've been doing mystery ingredients, and I'm about to post an episode, dumpling soup. We made dumpling soup. Now, what I was afraid of, the part of the dumpling soup that I was afraid that I was gonna mess up the dumpling, was actually really tasty. We used a secret ingredient. Go see what it is. That's the part that was like, oh, precarious. It was like, oh, did this really work? I don't know. I don't know if this really worked. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Whatever the ancestors or the oneness of all things tells us to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what we put. This is the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Link below, available to stream on YouTube. I'm also offering personal powwow sessions where I channel specific energies and messages. Type it up dissertation style. With codes, God codes, enlightenment to awaken your spirit, your soul, break through dense energies or karmic knots to help you remember more of your limitless potentials. You can book your personal powwow session below. Kingdom Things Podcast, Healing Home Square portal. It's available in the description. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It's been a part of my awakening process. It's a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts are Asia's story. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of existential crises, which help her awaken to her limitless potentials. The 3rd part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. It's about the twin flame divine counterpart journey home to God inside. One soul, 2 bodies, many lifetimes. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. Which love, which life, under which circumstance. The book is prophetic. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available to purchase in the Amazon bookstore, physical copies as well as digital. If you're doing the physical copies, the first 2 parts, Asia's story, come in 1 binding. The 3rd part, My Other Half, comes in its own binding. $29.98 plus tax for all 3 stories. If we're doing digital downloads, 3 separate digital downloads, $29.97 plus tax for the 3 downloads. $29.97 plus tax for the three stories and with the digital downloads. One is Connection Energetic Upliftment. We do group powwow sessions basically on this channel. It's available to stream for free on YouTube. It's linked below. One is Connection Energetic Upliftment. It's a whole catalog of healing content. I'm going to start posting more often on the channel. Basically with spirit, the oneness of all things, divine presence, whatever we need to heal, we come through our energy, we heal it, we channel healing energies and messages, tell stories, whatever needs to be said to help us break through karmic dense energies in that dense rung that we're raising the vibration of to create no death, no disease, no war, no federal war, peace, no poverty. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, again, is available to stream on YouTube. It's linked below for free. Lastly, but certainly not least, I want to invite you to come watch Asia's Story, the animated series. It's available to stream on YouTube. I created myself with the universal forces, the oneness of all things, right? It's really cool. We're multidimensional. I channel the interdimensional experiences in which I have conscious awareness of into the animated series. Again, Asia's Story, the animated series, is available to stream for free at this time. On YouTube, it's linked below. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truth. Choose to give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you perceive, remember, embody more of your limitless truths. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Remember, going through my heart space. I've awakened in illuminated days.
My name is Asia, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asia, followed by the story of Asia, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my Atum's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I would no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.